And hello and welcome to an all new episode of Dwarf Stoneembraced. And this is the Armok Vision edition, which rhymes. And yeah, so most people that are viewing my episodes are viewing it the next day. I guess it has something to do with the time zones and the fact that I'm uploading it at around 7 or 8. So, actually don't know why. I guess most of them are in school or at work. And yeah, so far I only had two comments, and one is for the evil ending and one is for the good ending. So I guess we need to give him more time for a decision, and that's why I thought, hey, the only thing I haven't done yet is the Armok Vision, and the reason I haven't done it is because it's freaking unstable. But I guess we will go with it, and if it's crashed, we are going over to the Legends file. So, but yeah, let's go with the Armok Vision. So basically what the Armok Vision is doing is it's creating a picture of your fortress, a 3D modeled one within a Unity engine, by taking the information it gets from the game. So it's quite interesting actually, because if you zoom out you can see a bit of the world around your fortress. So I think this is where the humans have settled. No, this is where the mountains are. Yeah, it's creating so the game knows a bit what's around your fortress, I guess, to create paths into your fortress for besieging enemies and trade caravans and stuff. So yeah, the most interesting part is of course the fortress itself. And here we have our entrance with the big path, the big road leading to our mountain home, and of course going over the spring of our river. There should be corpse in here. Some stuff is rendered, some stuff is not. Like you can see the logs lying down here in the river and everything. Here we have some dwarves just playing. I could let the game run in the background and everything here would move, and I could even give some orders. And yeah, I think it's if this would be more stable, it's still an alpha, by the way. But if this would be more stable, you could have an easier time modeling things. But the way it is right now, it's not really working this way, because you will crash all the time and you only have one frame. As you can see, clearly lighting issues. So, okay, if you follow the road, of course you come to where the way is going to the left side, to our chimney and the entrance, and our newly created underwater lake. Can I have it this better way? Yes, here it is. As you can see, this is actually looking quite nice, and the water is flowing down here. This is where the trees just died after I flooded it. So, but of course you want to see the real fortress, and this is what you get when you follow this road. Is it snow? Is it winter? No. It's the 8th. I think this is the falling leaves, because we are in fall. So let's keep following. Here's of course the wooden palisade that is defending our fortress. The big tavern named Forest End, 3-story building, all known around the world. People and most of the bards that are in this world went for Forest End to see and hear dances and music and create their own artistic visions. Down here we have the entrance and of course our big courtyard. It's not running the plant pots. Weird, because it was doing that in an earlier version. Here we have the glass area with the mercenary quarters, and here another mercenary quarter. Of course, without the mercenaries. There's the bridge that is leading into the tavern, which is a drawbridge, and you cannot really see into Forest End itself. Of course, it's open on the side, as you know, because this is where we had our first defensive area for our bull dwarves. Down here is the second bridge, There's the dead elves down here. Too bad they're not showing corpses. Whoa. Are they? No, it's just logs. It's only logs, he said. This is a bit weird to navigate. But of course this is the entrance area. Here we have our trading post. The baluster standing back here somewhere. Up here is our training place. This is the second boat area we never needed. A big filled stockpile. Oh, here we have plant pots. Looking a bit weird. So let's continue. It's even showing the beds and the stockpiles, which is cool. What is this? This is the furnaces and the melters. Some doggos playing. Some more dwarves. This is of course our log area. The big place where we are keeping all the logs. Okay, let's go one more up. Like, I couldn't even make out what this is supposed to be if I didn't knew what it is exactly. It's just a cool idea, the whole thing itself. Here's the bridge that is going over. Our first area, that is where we put all the animals. They're still there, but like we have a much bigger area now to keep our animals in, because we are not relying on the green floor anymore. Some jabberers. Some of the graves. Down here we have the animal cemetery. And not much else. And if you go down one more, there should be, yes, here are they, the living quarters. The living quarters you can also always spot. Just okay, the royal bedrooms are a bit bigger, I guess. That's interesting. I never knew that. I know, it's just showing that there are dwarves living in there, I guess. Back here we have the hospital with statues of fallen doctors that suffocated or fell in battle. Okay, let's get a bit down. Oop, that was too much. And here we have our underground fortress with our small underground tavern. The big eating room for our king. A look into the king's hall. And of course the king's bedroom, with some stones lying around, as it seems. Whoa. And to the right side, of course, the next stockpiles, the training grounds. The way over, this is the Temple of Nardak should be here. What's this? No, this is the first underground cavern. No, this is it. The Temple of Nardak. There's a lot of leaves on the ground. Or is this dirt? I don't know. There are a lot of mushrooms in here, which is interesting. And of course, once two above is of course the way over into the mining area where we got our adamantine, and this is the big hallway that the people have to move along if they want to invade one side or the other, with the drawbridge in the middle. So just in case we can cut off one side, put down the other. I think I need to move the camera around. Stop moving the camera around. Here are a lot of happy dwarves. working their way down here. The military quarter. Of course, the king's opulent throne room. It's a royal throne room in game. And here are they, the artifacts in the artifact room. This is our secret passageway all the way to here. And this is where we are having our execution place. There's some corpses on the ground. Oh, they are showing corpses, just looking weird. Oh, maybe it's just blood splatters. But yeah, you could, if you knew your way around the fortress, you could come from the garbage area into the artifact area, and of course you can leave the artifact area from the garbage area. Which can lead to interesting plot points, I guess. On the other side, of course, we have the big graveyard with sarcophagus says shown. Is that the plural of sarcophagi? I don't know. But here's the king's chamber, the king's graveyard, so to speak. And all the way here we have the second big lock area. If you go down more... No, it's not working. Okay, I guess I have shown you everything I could show you. So let's go all the way up again. Oh yeah, here the windmills. Interesting. Yeah, let's go up a bit. It's looking less dark now too. So this was it. Stoneembraced. The Fortress of Strife. I'd never had really seen any strife. But well, I spent a lot of time here. And if you watched my Let's Play, you also saw a lot of them. So I guess I showed you around a bit, just some of the areas, and let's find a nice screenshot for my thumbnail. It's actually interesting how much time you spend on creating these thumbnails, because you have to memorize it and create something that looks like people would look at it. I think a lot of it on YouTube comes down to the thumbnails. Like when I'm seeing like a thumbnail that is just black text with something written over it, I just assume it's like, okay, yeah, maybe this guy doesn't know what he's doing. If it's like done really well, like some channels are doing it, I think, well, cool. I'm somewhere in the middle, I guess. So, you know, most of my stuff is done in paint. I just try to keep it interesting. Maybe I will do something more professional in the next Let's Play. But I'm not sure about it, if I even can do it. But yeah, so, I guess I end Stone Sense now. Yeah, not Stone Sense, what is this? Armok Vision. I end Armok Vision now. I think I'm just pressing the X. And now it crashed. Yeah, alright, so, let's go over to the Legend Viewer. Where is it? And this is the last time we are looking at the legends before we start a new... Where's the legends? Stone Sense. There's no Stone Sense. Legends Viewer. That should be it. There's a lot of stuff crashing right now. I think the Armok Vision just killed my game. Dear Task Manager. Not even the task manager comes up. Can I? I cannot even click anything. Right click escape? No. Damn it. Oh, my PC's reacting. This is exactly the reason why I'm not doing a lot with the Armok vision. Just so you know. Dwarf Fortress access stopped working. Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted to kill it with the task manager. I don't think you're seeing anything on the screen right now. I think I killed everything. So, oh yeah, my PC is reacting again. Always nice to have a PC that is actually doing what you want it to do. Okay, here it is, the Legends viewer. So, Nitralina, the future land as we know it. Let's load it up. And let's of course use the real map. There we go. So, toggle wars, toggle civilizations. So, here we go. The only war that we still have going on is of course the few goblins attacks we got from here. Nothing really to write home about. And this was it the last 8 years. Nothing really happened, just some goblin attacks in our area, but of course the rest of the world on the other hand, you can see an increase of goblin presence. So right here there are a lot of Dwarf-Elvish fortresses that are turned into goblin fortresses and then got abandoned. The elves haven't really seen a lot of action, as I can see. They actually just started a new what are they called? Forest retreats. But not a lot of other stuff really happened. The humans had, of course, a big war against the goblins. The kobolds have done nothing. They are not even at war with anyone. They didn't get attacked. Maybe they are still undiscovered. This could be a thing. And yeah, the big war with the elves down here didn't happen, which is of course a bit sad because that's what we set out to be. And I think the Armok Glowing will be our next civilization because I still want to go with them. But we still need to decide on where we want to settle. And I actually need to do it in the Legends that I'm about to play. And my idea with the Legend is that I will move all the way up here, go down this bridge, and then go here up in the icy wastelands, which is where we will start our new fortress. Or I would go over here, where all the wars are happening, or I will go down here and... No, not down here. I will go up here, because this is where a lot of the war between the humans and the dwarves are happening, and this is in the middle of the mountains, basically, in a bit of a desert area. So it could be interesting, because, well, our next fortress is about securing of wisdom. I don't think it will be like 60 episodes again. I think I will be rather quick with it and move on. And there's a bit of story behind it, so I don't want to tell you too much about it. So yeah, also depends on how people are deciding if this is a good ending or the bad ending. And talking about the good ending or the bad ending, we need to find out. Okay, Amos' real labor has no children. Oh, he has. The woodcutter Onul Hamedes, born in 214. He's not married. Yes, he is. He has some Carol sledgehammers, but he's not settled. He's a member of the Speakers of Simplicity. He moved to study in council. Wait a second. Oh! He was abducted, I was wondering. Okay, yeah, he was imprisoned by the Fly of Targets in an abduction. Onul settled in Doomgazes in an abduction. Onul became a member of the Fly of Targets. So, he actually is with the goblins, so... You really don't want him to become the new king. Her. It's her. It's pink, so it's a her. And... Who's the other guy? Kubuk Violet Metals. Male dwarf, born in 251. Raldefra is the mother, Armbost the labor is of course the father. It is our king. And the orbs of ownership. I think he has to live in our fortress. How old is he? 251, so he should come close to be old enough to become the king. Interesting. So let's have a look again at Amos V. Labor. If all of his children are dying, the former queen Onul outreaches, I think Raldefra's children will actually have a chance on becoming heirs of the throne. A big clasp. But her line is also not looking very well. It's also the same that the king has. I don't know what happened to the queen actually. So, former queen of the Army of Glowing, Lojim. Oh, everybody's dead in here. She was struck by the Hydra, Ozo Pastavs, the persuasive controller in a duel. A pair of Locket Pulley, okay. I guess Locket Pulley got destroyed. The Hydra is still alive. Holy crap, yeah. A Locket Pulley. It was just a small hillock that Hydra killed everyone in there. Some crazy beast attacks. Well, good to know. So, neither the queen nor the king have hairs. Is it hairs? Hires? You know, the guys that gets on the throne if the king dies. So, Kubuk, Violet Metals, and... Who was the other guy? Onul Hemmed Ales. Could be the kings. If it's not the mother or Raldefra, it should be the father of the... No, wait a second. I think it goes down the king line, so... Kubuk, Moistest Basements. Everyone in here is dead. No, Decker the leather worker is also on the line. That's interesting. Because he's living in our fortress. Well, I guess we will find out soon what will happen. It's a bit of hint of the stories that I've planned. But I'm going to end this episode now, and I see you guys in the next episode of Dwarf Fortress Stoneembraced.